you'll realize that wherever you go or anywhere in the whole world, when someone dies, what they do first before laying that person down to rest or before they put him or her on the bed, they first bathe that dead body. They bathe the person who has just died. So these people who bathe these dead bodies have a huge responsibility, a strong spiritual responsibility, because they come into contact with both the body, which is the remain, and the spirit, which is transitioning. So there are some things they must do to prevent themselves from being possessed by the spirits. And first of all, they should do cleansing after bathing the dead. It is believed that the shadow of death can follow the person who bathed a dead body. So after bathing the dead, they must wash themselves. They must do some cleansing. And this cleansing is meant to prevent bad luck, death spirit attaching to those people who have washed the dead body, nightmares, and emotional heaviness. So it helps in preventing all those things. We also encourage that they burn the clothes that they wore during this bathing. After bathing the dead body, they should burn away or they should burn off those clothes they put on during that time. So it helps in preventing the energy from the dead from attaching to these clothes or from coming back with that kind of energy into your home. Also, immediately you have finished bathing a dead body, you should put eggs. They should give you eggs. You step on those eggs, just like the way we give to vehicles that have brought dead bodies or the ambulances. When a vehicle is leaving, a vehicle that has brought a dead body home, when they are going, they put eggs, and this vehicle passes over those eggs. So even you, as a person who has washed the dead, you're supposed to be given eggs. You step over those eggs and they get smashed. Or you can be given a live chicken to go back with. So this helps in preventing the spirit of the dead from attaching to you. And again, what we encourage is that you stop interacting with the pregnant women. You know that when someone is pregnant, that person carries a vulnerable kind of energy. That person is vulnerable to the spirits. So avoid interacting with anyone who's pregnant, whether it is your wife or your neighbor or anyone else. Avoid for at least 3 days. Avoid interacting with anybody who's pregnant. And another thing that we encourage is that you sleep with candlelight or the bulb, the light on when you're sleeping at night. Because in the darkness, these spirits are not yet settled. They can still follow you. So we encourage that you do sleep at night with lights on. So this helps in driving away any negative energy around. You'll realize that many people experience nightmares, experience them when it is dark. So this is when the spirits attack the most. So always ensure that after you have washed or you have bathed a dead body, you come when you're sleeping at night, you leave your bulbs on, you leave the candlelights burning until morning for at least 3 days. So this light will prevent the dead from calling you at night. Because there are very many occasions where someone bathes a dead body and comes back and starts dreaming at night that a dead body is calling them. So this light will prevent such dreams. Or dreams where the dead seem to be asking for something. They can appear in your dream asking for something from you. Or they can appear where a spirit is trying to take you away. So this light will prevent such dreams from happening. And most importantly, when you're eating food, you must be served warm food. The food that you're eating within that time, for a period of like 3 days ahead, it should be warm, it should be hot. Avoid eating cold food after bathing a dead body. So make sure that everything that you eat is hot. A hot porridge, hot tea, hot food, everything must be hot. And again, you must be able to speak blessings into your life. Avoid negative mindset, negative thoughts. Think of positivity. It will help you to drive away all those spirits, the negative spirits, to keep them off. Also, there are things that you must never do immediately you have finished bathing a dead body. For example, going to the garden immediately. Someone who has bathed a dead body is not supposed to enter the garden, to enter the forest, to go to rivers or swamps. You must keep within your home and do not have sexual encounters with a woman or with your wife within 3 days. This is a rule that has been there for years. After bathing a dead body, avoid having sex, avoid having a romantic relationship or engaging with a woman for at least 3 days. If you do that, it can cause bad luck, relationship conflicts, weaknesses, or sexual infertility. You suddenly start feeling weak or lose manpower. Also, avoid going to marketplaces where people are very many. This is because you carry heavy spiritual vibration. You're not supposed to mingle up with people anyhow. Avoid crowds until when you have cleansed yourself properly. And again, avoid touching anything that belongs to the dead, to the corpse. If it is their clothes, their belonging, anything, avoid touching anything or taking home anything that belongs to the dead. If you take them, it means you're carrying their energy with you. You're carrying their spirit. You're going back with their spirits into your home. So avoid anything that belongs to the dead. And also, during the first night, just after bathing the dead body, that night, the night after that, avoid sleeping deeply, because when you sleep lightly, it will help you in knowing whatever is happening around you. It will keep your mind conscious, and this is the reason you're supposed to keep the light on, to give you the lightly sleep, not a deep one. When you oversleep, you give yourself to the spirits. You become vulnerable to the spiritual attacks. So always make sure you don't sleep deeply in the night. And some cultures even encourage that when after bathing the dead body, when you're going back home, you should not look behind. You should not look back. And that you should not cry too much. You as someone who has bathed the dead body, you should not cry too much. And also avoid stepping over the basin that has been used for bathing this dead body. You should avoid stepping over it or just passing over that same basin. All these regulations are meant to protect you from spiritual attacks and to close spiritual doors so that you don't be attached to the spirits. It also helps in preventing death from following you and to help you keep pure, to prevent dreams, sicknesses, bad luck. So it helps in avoiding all that. So you have to be very careful. You need to take precaution and take care. Be careful after all this.